In back segment tonight, obviously the media running wild with the Hillary Clinton FBI story.
I hope none of you are depressed. I'm sure a lot of you are. I told you that we were being played throughout this whole thing.
You have to decide whether you're going to question the integrity of James Comey, who until now has had an unimpeachable reputation for integrity on many fronts,
I don't question
and where he said very definitively that there was no basis to prosecute her.
She should at least resign as a candidate on the grounds that if she can't pass a top security clearance, she can't be president of the United States.
Did she try to lie about it? No. No. The FBI has told us that. Did she make some mistakes? Absolutely.
But as we just demonstrated in the first segment, Congressman Becerra is misleading us. The FBI clearly stated that some of Hillary Clinton's statements were not true. So, Congressman, this is from me to you. You need to be a bit more careful in your statements as a representative of your district, okay? Joining us now from North Carolina, the purveyor of Goldberg.com, Mr. Goldberg. I almost garbled Goldberg. Say that 5 times.
That's okay.
Garbled
That's
Goldberg.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate that.
General question. Has the media reaction to this story been fair?
You know, there's a lot in the mainstream media that has been fair. I'll give you 3 examples from the broadcast networks. On ABC, Brian Ross, he said the FBI statement is an indictment without a criminal charge. That's pretty tough. On CBS, John Dickerson said, Comey undermined a lot of what Hillary Clinton has said about her private server. That's a nice way of saying she lied. And on NBC, Chuck Todd said, Hillary has a credibility problem, but then he says, but she can recover because her opponent is Donald Trump. That may sound biased, but it isn't, because Donald Trump has a credibility problem himself, and if it weren't for Donald Trump, she would be in far more trouble today than she is.
But I don't like that statement from Todd for this reason. It shouldn't be a comparative situation when analyzing Hillary Clinton and her email. I mean, what she did and what we demonstrated and what Comey said was dishonest. Right? She's dishonest. And then the history behind Secretary Clinton, all right, is one of a pattern of behavior, as Mr. Stevens just pointed out. So Trump really doesn't have anything to do with this right now.
Well, no, I disagree with you in this respect. It's a fair analysis to say this woman would be in real trouble, maybe the kind of trouble you can't extricate yourself from, except you have to consider who her opponent is. Now, where it gets partisan, Bill, is when the partisans get involved in the debate. Now, you played a sound cut. I don't have return video. That was Congressman Becerra?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, there are some Hillary supporters who you could have a videotape of Hillary Clinton personally shredding documents, shredding emails.
They wouldn't matter. Right?
It wouldn't matter to them, you know?
It's like Carville. Remember James Carville? When the president's lie was finally exposed, and Carville had been telling everybody that, oh, no, he's telling the truth. And then for the next day, well, it's only about sex. You can lie about sex. It's only about sex.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to lie about that. So go ahead.
Let me make one other point. And I wrote about this today on my website. On the other side, conservatives, a lot of them, say the fix is in. That's the other side of the coin. And it's understandable that they would say that because Jim Comey laid out a case against Hillary Clinton that would inevitably, you'd have to conclude that she's guilty of something or other, and then he comes to the conclusion that she shouldn't be charged with a crime. I think, and this is what I wrote about on my website today, I think it's more complicated than that. I think Jim Comey doesn't want to be the guy who throws the 2016 presidential race into chaotic turmoil.
It's not his job.
Exactly. That's my next point. Just as John Roberts did that, Chief Justice John Roberts did that in the Obamacare case, it wasn't his job, and it's not Jim Comey's
That's
job.
right.
I totally agree with you.
That's right. So, I mean, Stevens pretty emphatic about Comey's background, and he has a pattern of behavior. Again, the word's pattern of behavior, that when in a tight political spot where it might come back to bite James Comey, he's going to go for the easy way out. And then he cited Martha Stewart. You prosecute her, who cares? Nobody's in power. But Hillary Clinton could be president. So he's not going to recommend. I'm not sure that's accurate because it's based on speculation. Certainly, you could put together a good circumstantial case for your opinion and Mr. Comey's opinion. But I'm worried about the folks. This FBI pronouncement yesterday has shattered the justice system's image for most of the country.
Yes, and here's why. You can't help but concluding from Jim Comey's statements. By the way, I'm a big fan of Bret Stephens. I don't know if he's right, but I'm a big fan of his, and he's a very thoughtful guy. So he may be right, you know. But the inevitable conclusion, based on what Jim Comey said and how he ended his statement with no recommendation, is that there are two systems of justice in the United States of America. One for Hillary Clinton and one for mere mortals, the rest of us,
well, the
people who aren't nearly as important as Hillary or Bill Clinton. That is not good for the country.
No, it's bad for the country, but it's good for Donald Trump because now Trump University, doesn't matter what he did. It doesn't matter what he did.
Donald Trump, exactly. But Donald Trump, and this was the headline of my column today. The headline was, will Donald Trump graciously accept the FBI's gift? Jim Comey gave him a gift.
It is.
And he needs to take advantage of it. Okay.